Tristan, who lives in France, believes his home is haunted by a highly active poltergeist. He's reported hearing unexplained footsteps echoing through the halls and objects moving entirely on their own. At first, the experiences were subtle, small sounds, flickering lights, but over time, things escalated. After inviting a psychic medium to perform a cleansing ritual, hoping to calm whatever was in the house, the situation only grew worse. Instead of bringing peace, the activity became more intense, louder, stronger, and harder to ignore. Late one night, while lying in bed, Tristan heard violent banging sounds coming from the hallway. The noise was sharp and erratic, like someone slamming on the walls with open palms. Grabbing his phone, he began recording as he cautiously moved toward the source. His camera captured the bathroom door handle rattling wildly, twisting back and forth as if someone unseen was trying to force it open. Nearby, his cat froze, its eyes fixed on the door, body tense with fear. Then, without warning, the door swung open, revealing nothing. The room beyond was completely empty. A few nights later, strange activity continued. Tristan noticed that several pairs of shoes in the kitchen hallway had shifted positions overnight. Determined to find answers, he set up a camera aimed down the corridor while he and his girlfriend sat in the living room watching TV. What the camera caught next was beyond disturbing. A box suddenly launches out of a storage shelf, slamming hard against the opposite wall. Startled, Tristan rushed in to check, but found no explanation for what had just happened. However, when he reviewed the footage closely, something else became visible. In the reflection near the doorway, a faint, transparent figure can be seen standing still, small, roughly the height of a child. Within seconds, it glides silently into the hallway, and right after that, the box violently flies from the shelf. To this day, Tristan says no amount of cleansing or prayer has made a difference. Whatever presence haunts his home seems stronger than ever, and with no other options left, he's decided it may finally be time to leave. Now, after a house where unseen hands moved in the dark, we enter a school where the dead are part of the building itself, and the shadows still reach for the living. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 400,000 subscribers, and when we do, 4 lucky fans will win a free Creepy Vids hoodie. Right now, 65.1% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So don't miss out. Subscribe now, and let's get back to the video. Cathedral High School, located in Los Angeles, California, carries a chilling secret beneath its foundation. Long before the school was built, the grounds were part of an old cemetery, and to this day, the school honors that dark past. Its interior walls still display real fragments of recovered headstones, a haunting tribute to the graves once buried below. Late one Friday night, as the building stood empty and silent, a lone janitor began his shift. What he would soon experience made his blood run cold.
All right, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just see? That right there. Just ooh, okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't.
As he makes his way through one of the classrooms, a single red balloon, the kind you might find at a child's party, begins to move on its own. It drifts slowly toward him, almost deliberately, before floating out into the hallway as if following his every step. The janitor freezes, realizing he's the only one in the entire building. Moments later, a dark shadow darts quickly across a distant window, vanishing just as fast as it appeared. Previous janitors have long whispered about strange occurrences in this school. Footsteps echoing in empty halls, faint voices near the stairwells, and objects moving without explanation. So when this custodian captured the eerie scene on video, he immediately brought it to the building's security guard.
You see how
it's falling out the classroom too?
Look at the back though. Look at the class with the white.
What the
I'm not crazy. You saw that, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
How long you been working security here, man? How long you been working security?
I've been here a few months, but bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Even the guard, after reviewing the footage, seems visibly shaken. Both men knew the school's history, and standing in those dark hallways that night, it was hard to shake the thought that maybe the spirits buried beneath the school were still restless. Could the red balloon and that shadow be signs of the souls who never truly left the ground they were laid to rest in? Let me know what you think. Now, with that question lingering, we move to the empty seats of an old theater, where even silence seems to echo with voices of the past. On the YouTube channel Explorer84, a man named Brian spends his free time exploring abandoned places across Northern Ireland. His videos usually focus on the history and architecture of forgotten buildings, never on ghosts or the paranormal. In fact, Brian has always been open about not believing in anything supernatural.
I want to start by saying I am very, very, very skeptical. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm open to the possibility slightly, but even from the age of 9, 10, I slept in a graveyard for like 5 hours in the middle of the night because I wasn't afraid of it. Doesn't bother me, don't believe in it.
But a recent experience during one of his explorations may have changed that. A few weeks ago, he visited an abandoned theater, a place once filled with laughter, music, and the sound of film reels turning. Now, it stands silent, its seats covered in dust, the air heavy with the smell of decay. While exploring one of the old screening rooms, Brian captured something that he still struggles to explain.
I'm gonna go in here, right, so the thing I'll say, get in here. Right, in here, it smells of smoke. There's means people smoking in here, and then what'll happen, the place will burn down. Jesus Christ, like honestly.
Did you hear it? Listen closely.
In here.
As Brian walks into the darkened screening room, two faint voices can be heard whispering in the distance. The tone is quiet, but distinct enough to make out the words. It's people. The voices seem to echo from somewhere within the theater, though no one else was seen or heard nearby. Brian later explained that he didn't even notice the whispers while filming. It wasn't until he uploaded the footage and began reading the comments that he realized what viewers were hearing.
So, 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up, got a notification from someone on YouTube who commented in video saying that, don't mean to freak you out, but at 8 minutes 40 in your video from the cinema that you did the weekend there's someone whispering in your ear. So then the guy on YouTube messaged again, he goes, by the way, it actually says it's people.
He also confirmed that the building was completely empty that night. No friends, no crew, no one following behind him. Just him, his camera, and the creaking echoes of the old theater.
The thing is, if you knew the cinema and where I was at, it's a closed hall with 3 rooms, 3 cinema rooms. I was in all 3 rooms. I walked around all 3 rooms twice. I come down back past that hall on the way out. So that's 3 times I was around that place. There was no one there. There was no one there. And it's not as if I was hearing someone's voice through the wall. It was a whisper, and it was right beside where I was at. I can't explain it. I just can't. And I don't think I've missed anything, and I cannot explain this, and it is freaky as shit. Honestly, I've never caught anything like this ever in video.
So, what do you think? Did Brian accidentally capture the voices of those who once filled that place with life? Or is there another explanation hidden within the shadows of this decaying theater? As always, the final judgment is yours. And after the faint whispers inside that empty theater, we move to the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, where the ghost of a joyride still plays on repeat. TikTok user Jalen Rich was hanging out with a friend late one night on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk in California. It was just after closing time, the ride silent, the neon lights flickering against the dark sky, and the sound of the ocean waves echoing faintly in the distance. The boardwalk, usually full of laughter and energy, felt strangely still. But as they walked past the rides, something happened that left them completely unnerved.
Okay, but the boardwalk closed like half an hour ago.
This is scary.
Where the Okay, I'm really bad at this. No one's on there, is there?
Okay, I totally saw someone.
In the distance, Jalen's friend noticed someone apparently seated on the freefall ride, a tall attraction that should have been completely shut down for the night. The figure sat perfectly still, strapped in as if waiting for the ride to end. But only seconds later, the seat was empty. The person, or whatever it was, had vanished into thin air. Jalen explained that both she and her friend clearly saw the figure with their own eyes, and neither can make sense of what they witnessed. The Santa Cruz Boardwalk, which first opened in 1907, has a long and sometimes tragic history. Over the last century, there have been at least 3 confirmed fatal accidents on its rides, and local rumors even tell of a visitor who broke their neck on this very attraction many years ago. So could it be that Jalen and her friend captured the lingering spirit of someone who never left the park? Or was it simply a trick of the light, amplified by the eerie emptiness of a place built for joy now swallowed by silence? Either way, it's an image that's hard to shake, and one that makes you wonder what really happens when the lights go out at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. And with that, we move indoors, to a place where the dark watches back, wearing the shape of the infamous Hatman. A man named Oliver, from Twin Falls, Idaho, shared a chilling video he captured inside his own home. According to Oliver, he had recorded it to show his friends where they would be sleeping during a planned sleepover that night. It was meant to be a simple, lighthearted clip, a quick tour of his basement and the room they'd set up for the evening. But what he captured instead looked like something straight out of a nightmare.
What the hell?
As Oliver points the camera toward one of the basement bedrooms, he suddenly freezes. Standing inside the room is a tall, dark figure, motionless, its shape barely visible in the dim light. Startled, Oliver stumbles backward, heart racing before quickly turning on the lights. When he looks again, the room is empty. Whatever he saw has completely vanished. But when the footage is slowed down, something even stranger becomes clear. The figure appears to be wearing a hat. Across the world, thousands of people have reported seeing a mysterious entity, often referred to as the Hatman. Witnesses describe him as a shadowy figure who appears during moments of sleep paralysis or extreme fear, watching silently from the darkness. When I asked Oliver if he had ever experienced sleep paralysis, he admitted that he had, as a child. Could this have been more than just a coincidence? Did Oliver accidentally capture evidence of the legendary Hatman's existence? Let me know what you think. Now, after that man's private nightmare, we enter a place full of witnesses, where the haunting plays out before an entire room. In the following video, a group of students at Felix Memorial National High School in the Philippines were practicing stunts for their cheer training when a girl named Yuna noticed something chilling at the back of the room. The school itself has long been rumored to be haunted. Even the teachers reportedly play prayers over the loudspeakers at certain times of the day, hoping to ward off whatever lingers there. Years ago, a student is said to have taken her own life on the campus, and ever since, teachers have warned others to stay away from the back of the building, where strange things are known to happen. And during this recording, while everyone was focused on the cheer routine, the camera accidentally captured something no one expected.
Coach, what was your intent?
Nawala ba yung sa saan? Baka magkalagay. Mura pa na. Ako nga po, tingnan mo. Iwan.
As the group continues their practice, the little girl suddenly stops and stares toward the upper level. Her expression shifts, frozen, uneasy, as if she senses something the others can't. On the second floor, a door creaks and slowly closes on its own. Then, a faint white figure appears, peeking out from behind a pillar before vanishing again. Moments later, the door swings open once more, as if someone, or something, were moving just out of sight. Whatever it was, it seemed aware of them, almost watching. So the question remains, who or what did they capture that day? You decide. And with that, we travel to Peru, where a disaster left behind more than wreckage. A few years ago, the normally sunny town of Chosica, Peru, was hit by devastating heavy rains and mudslides that tore through streets and homes. National news outlets covered the disaster, showing the heartbreaking damage and the determined residents working together to clean up the wreckage. But during one particular live news report, something appeared in the background that left viewers stunned.
Desde el asentamiento humano Santo Domingo, Comité 6, mira la escalera, ¿cómo podría bajar aquí una persona, un anciano? Los niños, ¿cómo podrían bajar? Mira.
Did you see it? As the reporter walks up a set of muddy stairs, speaking to the camera, a strange figure can be seen behind her, completely covered in mud from head to toe. The shape moves awkwardly, almost unnaturally, and seems to follow her up the stairs. The reporter, unaware of what's happening behind her, continues her report as if nothing is there. Viewers quickly noticed the eerie figure once the clip aired, and the footage went viral. The mysterious shape doesn't appear to be wearing clothes, and there's no sign of hair or clear human features, just a smooth, distorted outline, as if whatever it was didn't quite belong there. In those dangerous floodwaters, any normal person would risk being swept away or falling seriously ill from the contaminated mud. Yet this figure moves calmly, unaffected. So what exactly did the camera capture that day? A desperate survivor, or something far stranger moving through the ruins of Chosica? Let me know what you think. Out of the mud and chaos of Chosica, we move into something far more controlled. The fluorescent calm of an office where silence becomes the most dangerous sound of all. A woman named Monica works as an investigator for the state, stationed inside a highly secure social service office building. Because of her demanding schedule, she often works after hours, long after everyone else has gone home. On weekends and holidays, she's usually the only person left in the entire building. The place itself is built for security, cameras on every floor, locked access points, and keycards required to move between sections. Yet despite all that control and surveillance, some staff claim there's a darker side to the building, an area where unsettling things happen. No one likes to go there, and Monica usually avoids it. But one quiet morning, while working alone, something deeply disturbing broke the silence.
I'm at work. I'm the only person here. And I fucking hear. Oh my god, I'm fucking scared. The scary movie says you don't go see what's going on. But what the fuck? I'm gonna lose my goddamn shit. Okay, I'm gonna die.
It was 7 a.m. on a Saturday when Monica first heard the faint sound of a xylophone echoing through the halls. Confused and uneasy, she followed the sound and found a small toy lying on the floor. As she bent down to pick it up, a voice, soft but unmistakable, whispered, "What are you thinking?" The words seemed to come from nowhere. Shaken, she searched every corner of the room, even the closets, but no one was there. On another late shift, she took the elevator to an upper floor. As the doors opened, a heavy wave of sadness suddenly hit her, strong enough to bring her to tears. Moments later, she recorded something that still haunts her.
Oh fuck, that door keeps opening. Oh hell, what the fuck was that?
After swiping her keycard and stepping into a restricted area, the reflection on a whiteboard shows something that looked like a shadow that seemed to crouch down. It might have been a trick of the light, or perhaps pareidolia, but the movement was unsettlingly deliberate. Then, as she turned on the light in the next room, a low groaning sound echoed through the hall, as if something unseen had been disturbed. The experience rattled her so badly that she took a mental health break from work. When she finally returned, hoping things would feel normal again, she captured yet another chilling moment.
Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. I'm not scared. Okay. How do I turn the camera around? Okay. I fumbled on the phone. I'm not scared. I heard humming. I'm gonna open that fucking closet again. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Nothing can hurt me.
A faint humming, childlike, rhythmic, drifted through the empty building. Monica was completely alone, the only person with access that morning. Whether it was connected to the building's darker side or something else entirely, no one can say. Until further updates, this case remains an unsettling mystery. And with that, we leave the modern world behind and step into sacred ground, a place meant for prayer, but filled with something far more restless. Paranormal investigator Mark Reyes shared a chilling video he recorded with his family during a ghost hunt at the Evangelical Spiritual Church in Cicero, Illinois. The building has a long and unsettling history. It once served as a funeral home, and over the years, many visitors have claimed to experience strange, unexplained activity inside. On this particular night, the Reyes family set out to document whatever they could find. The church was quiet, the air heavy with the stillness that only seems to exist in places tied to the dead. Then, their equipment began to react to something unseen.
Are you afraid?
That room over there is scary. Have you seen it? This one, come here. This one. This is a private office.
So you can't go in there.
No, I'm saying that it's open because we could.
So you can't go in there. So you can't go in there.
Did you see it? As the family stands together in the church, a faint, ghostly figure appears in the background. She seems to be wearing a white crown, standing motionless in the shadows behind them. None of them noticed her presence at the time. Ricky, Mark's wife, later explained that their daughter suddenly turned around, saying she felt something, like someone was standing right behind her. But when they looked, the room was empty. It wasn't until they returned home and reviewed the footage that the figure became clear, a pale outline of what looks like a woman silently observing them from across the room. Given the church's past as a funeral home, one can't help but wonder, could this be the lingering spirit of someone who was once laid to rest within its walls? Or is it something else entirely, forever tied to this place of prayer and loss? Let me know what you think. Now, the next haunting doesn't echo through stained glass, but through a microphone, soft words, whispered straight into the night. On October 30th, a small group of friends were sitting outside their home, enjoying the evening and chatting casually. It was one of those calm nights before Halloween, quiet streets, faint sounds of the neighborhood in the background, and a sense of ease in the air. But what their doorbell camera would soon capture shattered that calm completely. What started as an ordinary night turned into something they still can't explain.
Inside, here we go. Here we go. Oh no. Here's my grandma's keys and you're gonna have to leave me.
What the
fuck was that?
As the group talks, a faint but chilling whisper drifts in from behind them. It's low, raspy, and almost impossible to make out, until one of the girls reacts, startled, and they all turn toward the direction of the sound. Seeing nothing there, panic sets in, and they rush inside. Then, just as the door begins to close, another whisper can be heard through the mic, this time clearer. "Shut the door!" The voice seems close, unnervingly close, but when they review the footage, no one is visible in the area. The sound appears to come from empty space, whether it was a trick of the wind, a passing stranger unseen by the camera, or something entirely unexplained. The moment left them shaken to their core. What do you think they captured that night? One thing is for sure, that voice begged to be heard, but the next doesn't ask. It rattles the walls until you listen. Ricky and his sister Vicky had set out to explore the abandoned Sanhaven Sanatorium, located near Dunseith, North Dakota. Built in 1912, the massive facility was once a treatment center for patients suffering from tuberculosis, a disease that claimed countless lives. Many of those who entered never left, and their remains were said to have been buried in the nearby grounds. By the 1960s, the hospital had shifted its purpose, becoming a care facility for the mentally impaired. But dark stories of mistreatment and neglect soon began to surface, leading to its closure in 1987. Today, the decaying structure stands as one of North Dakota's most infamous paranormal hotspots. Explorers and investigators from around the world visit its crumbling halls, hoping to witness something beyond explanation. On this night, Ricky and his sister came face to face with exactly that.
No, I found some more. Oh, come on, let me have that.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's creepy as
Yeah, this building's getting pretty bad. Is that you? That wasn't you, was it?
No.
Sounds like someone's upstairs. There's someone upstairs. There's someone upstairs.
I hope so.
Hello? Hello? Where are you at?
While carefully making their way through the building, their camera captures something deeply unsettling. A length of metal conduit, half cut, hanging loosely from a wall, suddenly begins to shake violently on its own. It's important to note that this is not a water pipe, so the usual explanation of air or pressure doesn't fit. This piece of old electrical tubing moves back and forth as though being gripped by invisible hands. Startled, the siblings step back, realizing that even if someone else had been nearby, it would be impossible for that person to reach the pipe from the upper floor. The sound echoes through the hallway, metallic and cold, as if something unseen is trying to make itself known. Whether caused by an unseen presence or some strange environmental force, this chilling moment remains unexplained to this day. The ghosts of San Haven stay behind, but the fear follows, this time to a quiet home where something outside refuses to look away. Late one night, a man is sitting quietly in his home when he begins to hear strange noises coming from his office. The sound is faint at first, just enough to get his attention, but soon grows persistent enough for him to investigate. He grabs his phone and starts recording, unaware that what he's about to capture will leave viewers across the internet stunned. As he approaches the office window, he catches a glimpse of something outside, two glowing eyes peering in from the darkness. But when he flicks on the light, the figure instantly disappears. Still, upon closer inspection of the footage, the glowing eyes remain faintly visible in the window reflection, watching silently from outside. Skeptical viewers online quickly suggested it was an animal, or maybe even a person standing in the yard. But the man wanted to prove them wrong. He filmed again, this time showing the full exterior of the house, and what he revealed shocked everyone. The office window was 2 stories high, far above the ground, with no ledge, tree branch, or surface where anything could have stood. Yet those glowing eyes had clearly been staring back at him. So who, or what, was watching from the darkness that night? You decide. Those eyes at the window were just the beginning. The next stare waits closer, this time inside the walls themselves. A group of friends in Madrid, Spain, were hanging out together one evening when they suddenly heard strange noises coming from the bathroom down the hall. At first, they thought it might be one of their friends playing a prank, but the sounds were too strange, too deliberate, to be easily dismissed.
Escuchando, soy yo. Se están escuchando mazo de ruidos, tú. Yo vine del baño.
No vayas, estás loco,
Mano.
¿Qué es lo que quiere que vayas?
Mano.
Venga, poco.
Una polla. Una polla.
No.
Ocho, para.
Para linterna, hermano, ¿qué haces? ¿Estás loco?
Se está escuchando desde el baño.
Escúchame, pon la linterna ahí, hermano.
¿Hola?
Una polla. Hermano, esto es mucho más rollo, ¿eh?
¿Hay alguien ahí? No. Hermano.
Tira, vamos a ver lo que es.
Hermano, no.
Acércate, un poco más. Tira. Asoma la cámara. Acércate lo que hay, Vale, ahí no hay nada. ¡Hostia puta!
¡Corre, hermano! ¡Corre! What the f***?
Nervously, they approached the bathroom door, their laughter turning uneasy. When they finally gathered the courage to look inside, they were met with a horrifying sight. Something, or someone, appeared to be staring back at them from the darkness. Shocked and terrified, they ran, capturing the entire encounter on video. The clip was later shared to TikTok by user at a hall with the caption, "What the hell was in my bathroom?" The figure's pale face and unblinking eyes have sparked endless debate online. Some viewers believe it was nothing more than an elaborate prank, clever editing, or a well-timed trick of light. Others insist that what the camera caught was real, an actual entity manifesting in the shadows. Whether it's a hoax or a genuine haunting, one thing is certain: the image of that thing staring back from the darkness is something that's hard to forget. Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.